Thursday night baseball headed your way from Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Oakland A's and the Chicago White Sox. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Carlos Rodon gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Now at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the ball game misses here, and that's how we begin this 4-game weekend set. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they've caught a little bit of a losing streak right now, but they got good veteran presence, great veteran presence in that clubhouse. And I bet you someone steps up today and says, this stops. We get it done today.
Degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. Ground ball right side. Moncada fields it cleanly, and that's the first out. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. D-Roy, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, and they're frustrating to watch at times because they ground into the most double plays in the league. You want to talk about a pitcher's best friend. You finally get a guy on first base, and you're coming unglued first pitch down below the knees, grounding into a double play and bailing everybody out. I need better approaches out of this lineup today.
First pitch on its way. 0-1 the count. Simeon in an 0-2 hole here.
Hey, I think this is going to be the key to his success out on the mound. That good movement on that two-seam fastball is going to keep that ball in the yard and keep this offense on its toes.
A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
Here's another 1-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Stepping up to the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 1-1 home. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses 2-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A's are gone in order. A's nothing. White Sox coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Kendall Graveman, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, when you get off to a slow start, all you want to do is get back to that 500 number, and you don't care how you get there. Well, this team has done exactly that, and today starts the first day. Hopefully they find a way to get a win, 1 game over 500, and everybody is feeling good about the season.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. A moment here from the south side to take a look at the Pale Hose starting lineup in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
You know, I'm really impressed with Yoan Moncada. Coming into the game, he's among the leaders in the AL in stolen bases. Sure, that tells you he has a lot of speed, but what it also tells you is he does a great job of getting on base. Keep an eye on him if he gets aboard in this one.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. He's 2 for 3. On the ground to the right side. On to first, and there were 2 down. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1.
Here's a perfect situation. 2 outs, bases empty, power hitter at the plate. He ain't looking for a single and hoping to pass the baton. This guy's looking to do damage.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the 3rd out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Still no score. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit down the third base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit sharply on the ground. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Batting sixth, center fielder.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. He had a homer in the ball game yesterday afternoon. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We return to Chicago after this. So striding in, Matt Davidson set to lead off the home half of the second. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Hey, I love that pitch right there, and that's where he's going to have to work. He's going to have to work down in the zone. This is a hitter's park. We all know the ball flies, and if he's going to keep the ball in the yard, he's got to execute down to the hollow of the bat. All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning, Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Grounded up the first baseline. Piscotty scoops it up, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. And that's off his leg on the mound. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. So digging in now, Jesus Sucre, 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Now a swing and a fly ball. Garcia on the run, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Very high, 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Hit to third. Davidson is up with it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So now it's Mark Hanna. Previously against Carlos Rodon, he's 1 for 5. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Third inning, no score to this point. Fastball stays way up that time for ball two. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Hit high and deep to right center. On the move is Garcia. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. And a foul tip held on to here at strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Here it comes, 0-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The next 0-2. Fouled off. Hit hard to short. Taken in by Simeon. And that's out number 1. Digging in, Daniel Palka, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. To short. Simeon's got it. And that's the second out.
Batting ninth, center fielder,
Here's Matt Joyce now. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Joyce around first. He'll head for second now. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Sent on the ground out to second. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more on a Thursday night. Striding in for Oakland. Cesar Hernandez, second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
A ball and a strike. Hernandez is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost start. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down to first base line. Definitely sets the tone for the team.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that's in there. Base hit.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
Into the box, Marcus Semien, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. First time up, he went down looking. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And that's going to wipe away the possibility of a double play as the runner moves into second.
Well, that's not a real good look when you flail at what ends up being a wild pitch. Doesn't say much about your pitch recognition, but regardless, the runner is able to advance, so we'll see if he can drive him in now.
Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. Standing in, Stephen Piscotty. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Garcia has a read on it. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right. So he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone. Ready for another chance? Matt Chapman. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First offering on its way. Hit high and deep to right center. On the move is Joyce. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Stepping in, Yohan Moncada. He sets to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Stepping into the box, Jose Abreu. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Missed with a slider.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
The 1-2. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Matt Davidson. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Moncada, base runner at first with 1 out. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. Seared down the first baseline. And he's safe. So here is Avisail Garcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. Here it comes. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
Up high, 2-1 now.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
The 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, man, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Looks at a two-seamer right down the middle.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Down the line and fair. That's a hit. 1 run scores. And he's in safely at third as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in, so instead he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price, and that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Hit out towards second. Hernandez comes up with it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Here's Matt Joyce now as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not, says Ed Drummond. It's ball 1. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. Here's Chris Davis now. A base hit in his first trip.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
That's a stone cold take right there. Easily could have been rung up instead.
Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Next up for the A's, Keon Broxton. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Now to the plate, Jesus Sucre. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way. Soft liner towards short. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and both runners are going to be safe.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
So now it's Mark Hanna as he'll send a ground ball down to third. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. Pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike one.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
And, boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one gets away. He'll come to the plate with it, and he will slide across with their first run of the game as it's now 4-1. What a bad time for a wild pitch as the run will score from third. The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. On the move is Joyce. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as they cut the lead in half, 4-2 now.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Cesar Hernandez. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Line to the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. In to score the runner from third.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You're in trouble. You're one pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make one bad pitch, a base hit. The inning continues, and another run batted in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Hernandez is off at first with 2 away. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. 2-2 pitch just missed.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And it's fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
The next 3-2. Line drive to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, 2 errors in the inning, and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. White Sox on top, 4-3. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. And, Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
First delivery to him on the way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. This is line to left, and he will make the play. 2 away now.
The first baseman, number 79, Jose.
So here's the slugging first baseman, Jose Abreu now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. Two and one the count to the White Sox first baseman. Now the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. Sucre is there. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Riding in once again, Stephen Piscotty. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. No hits to this point. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Here's the 2-1 home. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 2-2 offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The next 3-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Anderson picks it up. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. Digging in once again, Chris Davis. 1 for 2. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. (4-3) our score here as we play inning number 6. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Up with it, Castillo, and that ends the inning. Ready now for the White Sox, Matt Davidson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. On its way is pitch number 75. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. So striding forward now, Avisail Garcia. A hit in 2 tries so far. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. 4 runs, only 3 hits, 2 errors for the White Sox so far. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch, no dice. It's 2-2.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
And he fouls this one off. Emilio Pagan is forced onto the mound now following the injury. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Avisail Garcia becomes out number 2 this inning. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. 4 runs, only 3 hits, 2 errors for the White Sox so far. Well, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Casilla, who cleverly gets the nickname Beef. He's a 9-year Major League vet. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Nate Jones is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. So stepping in, Keon Broxton. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's going to be a base hit. So the possible tying run is aboard here to start the 7th.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see. Cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Left side. And through into left field. Back-to-back hits have him set up to start the 7th.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team, it doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
The 1-0. Count even now at 1-1.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Standing in, Boog Powell, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Abreu In foul ground. One away. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. Singled homer run in his last time up. From the stretch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. No movement on base. It's ball one. One and 0 pitch on the way. Fouled off. Looking at his career totals, Hernandez carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Now the 1-1 pitch. He pulls this one into right. Catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. The tag, and he's safe. It's a big 2-out hit, and that ties the ball game.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Now at the plate, Marcus Semien. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts. He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Fouled away. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
From the stretch. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to Stephen Vogt will stay in the ball game, as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching.
Digging in and looking for more, Nicky Delmonico. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Kevin Segrist gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Kenna has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting. Number 18.
Striding forward now is the DH, Daniel Palka. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. This is line to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
Here's Matt Joyce now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting.
Striding in, Tim Anderson. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. On the ground toward the hole, and it's through. A base hit. Palka isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through?
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Anderson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give a guy
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Sox get a run here on 2 hits. 8th inning coming up, and Luis Avilan been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to
Number 70, Luis Avilan.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Back goes Joyce to the track. That one is out of here. This game is tied.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
Danny Farquhar is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, and it's fouled away. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Hey, sped him up, slowed him down, got him down 0-2. I think he could pretty much go anywhere right here. I'd be surprised if anything misses over the heart of the plate.
Grounded back up the middle. Anderson scoops it up on the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Aaron Bummer gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Now pitching for the White
First
Sox,
offering on its way.
number 39, Aaron.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
No contact there, and it's 1-2. Action in the White Sox bullpen now as they have a left-hander getting loose. Hot shot on the ground is short. Anderson brings it in, and there's out number 2. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Up high. 2-1 now. Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now. Stephen Vogt would be next. Full count, 3-2 to Keon Broxton.
3-2.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Stepping up now, Stephen Vogt, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is a slider that backs up for a ball. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full 3-2.
I mean, this has been an interesting at-bat. We haven't seen, out of all the pitches, a single one in the strike zone. And yet we're in a full count. Don't be surprised if he throws the rosin ball.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone. Now at the plate, Mark Hanna in a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
The 1-0 home. Misses above the zone for a ball.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders. But now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
The 2-0 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Anderson picks it up. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But the A's come back to even things up thanks to this solo home run. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. Santiago Casilla is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 46.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The high fastball is in there.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. And there's a missile off the bat, but it's foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Settling in now, Matt Davidson. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Davidson.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
So we got him looking there. Matt Davidson goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. 0-1, here it comes. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Lifetime numbers against Casilla. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball to third. Chapman's got it. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is. The hustle and bustle of downtown Chi-Town. Welcome back to Guaranteed Rate Field and
Number 57.
Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Jed Lowry is going to come on and pinch hit here, and this is an important at-bat, leading things off in the 9th in a tie ball game. This is line to left, and the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's a looping fly ball out to right, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Marcus Semien, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Garcia is there, and he'll put it away to retire. Jed Lowry will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Andrew Benintendi is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, 2, here it is. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nicky Delmonico. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Daniel Colum is called upon to get the final 2 outs of the 9th and send this one into extra innings. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Count remains at 0-2. The next 0-2. Now he reaches out and tries to dump this one out to left. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed. Adam Engel will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Here's the first pitch. It's a swing and a high pop-up. Columbe waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Stepping in, Matt Joyce. A 2-out hit would win it. Fastball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. Popped him up. Lowe is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So they can't get that winning run home. And that Adam Engel will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Joaquin Soria takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. Matt Olson's up off the bench to pinch hit here, so we'll see what he can do to begin the extra frame. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Engel has a play. 1 down. Ready now, Matt Chapman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. From the stretch. The short, hit hard. Anderson scoops it up. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Here's Chris Davis now. Lifetime numbers against Soria. He's 1 for 4. First pitch coming. Here it is. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Soria, a native of Mexico. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Keon Broxton would be next. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. Garcia is under it, and he makes the catch for out. Matt Olson will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Number 28.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Blake Trinan comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike one. Behind 0-2 now.
If you're going to get a swing on a fastball that far in off the plate, I think you got to go right back in there or bounce something soft down and away.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground, and he will make a quick basket catch behind the plate for the first out. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Davidson. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. The 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. And the runner's breaking for third. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It's going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they're going to walk off as winners. They've taken it here in extra innings. Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was